All right, everyone. ABC News revealed to be as biased as everyone already knew that they were. There was a Project Veritas release the other day, and this one is definitely a doozy because it ended up getting David Wright actually canned from his position. It looks like he's suspended, and when he comes back, ABC is saying he's not going to be acting in a political manner. Like he's no longer, I guess, a political reporter or whatever. This is hilarious. And it's funny because ABC News actually, Wright himself is just being honest about his views. Too bad for ABC News, one of those views is, yeah, I work for a biased network. We don't give Trump credit when he does good things. Trump should take that clip and fucking use it as a campaign ad, because this is literally what he claims about the legacy media. And he's not wrong. He's absolutely objectively correct. The legacy media, its reporting over the last few years has gone from sometimes lopsided to absolutely asinine. And to the point where even when they study their own stuff like that, wasn't it the New York Times, I think, released a thing last year, USA Today, or one of these groups analyzing like the headlines for Bush, Obama, Clinton, and then Trump. And even they found it was massively lopsided, overwhelmingly negative coverage of Trump. More negative by far than Bush. Think about it. Bush, he kills 500,000 people, wrecks the economy, fucks up literally everything he applies himself towards. Bush got better coverage. Probably even towards the end, even post-Katrina, he was handled with kid gloves compared to Trump. Meanwhile, we have a good economy. We're not in any major wars. Trump hasn't escalated anything particularly. He's managed to win on several key pieces of legislation, USMCA, VA reform, that was within the first month, ACA mandate, funding for the wall, which is being built, by the way. Trump has won, basically, already. And yet they refuse to cover it fairly. And this is just more evidence of that actually being what's happening. Here you have somebody working for ABC News in a notable capacity, proclaiming himself a socialist, number one, which, he can have whatever political affiliation he wants. I notice if it were on the other end of the spectrum, he would have been fired, not just suspended. Let's just put it that way. Says he's a socialist, it's whatever. Most of these people are probably on the left somewhere. That's fine. But then also indicates that bias and ABC's bias sort of sync up on the Trump issue. ABC says, no, this is just his opinion and he's wrong. ABC News is going to suspend him because we don't want any appearance of bias. No, you're suspending him because you got caught with your hands in the cookie jar, and here you have this person working for you, getting stung by Project Veritas, openly admitting, yeah, by the way, I have bias, ABC has bias. Well, he's not wrong. He shouldn't have even been suspended. You should make him CEO. At least he's honest in private conversations about the fact that he's screwing with the news and that ABC doesn't represent reality as it really is. It's supposedly a news service. I find it funny constantly talking about Trump hates the free press and his fans are fanatics and they hate the free press. Well, you're sitting there lying to people on a regular basis. You're not really acting like a press. Maybe a tabloid press. By the way, that's protected too. You have every right to put out a bunch of bullshit, but you can't also call it accurate news and reporting. You can't call it ethical journalism. What ABC News does isn't ethical journalism. It's just a bunch of tabloid bullshit at this point. Don't feel badly. ABC News is in good company along with The Atlantic and NBC and all of these others. They're all the same. This is why they're all crashing and burning too. They're all offering different shades of the same sputum color. All the different types of barf. You have runny barf and chunky barf and half digested barf, but they're all vomit. And meanwhile, a lot of people think, well, I chose the mushroom-laden, smelly vomit, and if you don't, then you're a terrible person, you're a fanatic, or you're uninformed. It's really funny when, like, CNN and Fox fans go at it and they call each other uninformed. It's like the fucking funniest thing ever. You should be subscribed here, then you'll actually know what's going on. You should be watching my content. It's better than CNN. It's definitely more entertaining. It's definitely more honest than what you're getting on Fox. So David Wright is suspended. I don't know. I don't even think that I would have bothered. It's like the damage is already done at that point. ABC isn't exactly going to recuperate any lost audience by saying, well, don't worry, the one dude that expressed these opinions about ABC at large, by the way, has been suspended. And when he comes back, we're not going to let him cover politics. Who cares? Fucking let him cover politics. Now that we know he's a socialist, just make sure that you put no renowned socialist under his name on his ABC posts. When he makes his fucking Reddit update or something, there'll be renowned socialist underneath his name, I suppose. I find it funny. It's funny because all of the reporting on this reporting is like Project Veritas, which is known for heavily editing videos and getting sued, and it's, you know, sort of the usual bullshit lines that they use. It's very funny because the only time there was a successful suit, it involved them attempting to gain entrance, I think, to a congressional office. Not lying. There's a little bit of a difference now, isn't there? And of course, that's not what ABC News wants its audience to read. So if they're going to talk about the fact that one of their own was part of this sting, Project Veritas, terrible people, very far right as well, extreme far right, is very funny. Because they're reporting on someone who proclaims socialism as his political ideology, saying that ABC is far left, doesn't give Trump credit. It's funny because, I mean, here he's literally acknowledging, yeah, we don't give him credit when he does good things. We don't even talk about it. We spike the news story. Wow. And of course they do. I mean, it's just that he's bragging about it. He doesn't see a problem with that because of his particular political affiliation. This is like if you know, Obama's president, this is like Breitbart saying, no, we're not going to report on the orphans that Obama just fed because, you know, it humanizes him too much. It's the same fucking shit. It's just R&D football team politics anyway. For the smaller minds, for the smaller brains of society, I suppose. That's about all. Peace out.